How to remove charge-offs from your credit report. Before we dive in, if advertisements should pop up in this video, please do not click off of the advertisements. Please allow them to play through as a thank you to me for bringing you this honest, valuable information for free. Now let's continue. Finding a charge-off on your credit report can feel like a sudden, heavy weight on your financial future. It's that moment of realization where a past struggle, maybe a job loss, a medical emergency, or just a season of being overwhelmed, solidifies into a permanent mark that seems to scream unreliable to every lender, landlord, or employer who looks at your file. But here is the reality. A charge-off is not a life sentence. It is a status, and like almost any status on a credit report, it can be challenged, negotiated, or strategically managed. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on how the credit reporting system actually works. We aren't looking for hacks or loopholes that don't work. We are looking at consumer protection laws like the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, and the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA. By the end of this video, you will have a comprehensive step-by-step roadmap to addressing charge-offs, improving your credit score, and reclaiming your financial seat at the table. Understanding the true nature of a charge-off. Before we can remove a charge-off, we have to understand exactly what it is. A common misconception is that a charge-off means the debt has vanished or been forgiven. Unfortunately, that couldn't be further from the truth. When a creditor labels an account as a charge-off, it is actually an internal accounting move. They are telling the IRS and their shareholders that they no longer expect to collect the full amount and are writing it off as a loss for tax purposes. However, your legal obligation to pay that debt usually remains. To make matters worse, a charge-off is one of the most damaging derogatory marks you can have. Because your payment history makes up roughly 35% of your FICO score, a charge-off can cause a sudden drop of 100 points or more. The primary reason this hurts so much is the recency bias in credit scoring algorithms. A fresh charge-off signals to lenders that you are currently in financial distress. As that mark ages, its impact lessens, but it can stay on your report for up to 7 years plus 180 days from the date of the first delinquency. Our goal today is to look at the legal and ethical avenues available to shorten that stay or change how that data is presented. Step 1. The accuracy audit and the power of the FCRA. The most effective tool in your arsenal is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Under Section 611 of the FCRA, you have the legal right to dispute any information on your credit report that is inaccurate, incomplete, or unverifiable. When a debt is charged off, it often moves through several hands. It might go from the original creditor to an internal collections department, and then eventually be sold to a third-party debt buyer. During these transitions, data often gets corrupted. This is where your opportunity lies. You need to pull your official credit reports from all 3 major bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Don't just look at the charge-off status. You need to look at the granular details. The date of first delinquency. This is the anchor date that determines when the debt must fall off your report. If this date is wrong, the debt might stay on your report longer than legally allowed. The account balance. If the debt was sold to a collection agency, the original creditor's balance should reflect 0. If both the original creditor and the collection agency show a high balance, that is a reporting error that artificially inflates your debt-to-income ratio. The account number. Even a single transposed digit makes the entry inaccurate. If you find an inaccuracy, you don't just ask them to fix it, you demand verification. If the bureau or the creditor cannot prove, with documented evidence, that every single piece of data in that entry is 100% accurate, they are legally required to delete the entire entry. This isn't about getting out of a debt. It's about holding multi-billion-dollar corporations to the strict standard of accuracy required by federal law. Step 2. The pay-for-delete strategy. Now, let's say the information is 100% accurate. You owe the money, the dates are correct, and the bureaus have verified it. Does that mean you're stuck? Not necessarily. This brings us to a tactic known as pay-for-delete. This is a negotiation where you offer to pay the debt, either in full or a settled amount, in exchange for the creditor removing the derogatory mark from your credit report entirely. From a creditor's perspective, they want their money. From your perspective, you want your credit score back. It's important to understand that many big banks have internal policies against pay-for-delete because the credit bureaus discourage it. They want the reports to be a complete history. However, third-party debt collectors are much more likely to agree to this. They bought your debt for pennies on the dollar, and they are highly motivated to see a return on that investment. When executing this, communication is key. Never do this over the phone. If you call them and admit the debt is yours, you might inadvertently restart the statute of limitations on the debt, depending on your local laws. Instead, send a formal offer of settlement in exchange for deletion letter via certified mail with a return receipt. In this letter, you clearly state, "I am not acknowledging that I owe this debt, but I am willing to pay X amount as a gesture of goodwill, provided you agree to completely remove the account from all 3 credit bureaus." If they agree, get it in writing before you send a single cent. Once you have that written agreement and you make the payment, they are contractually obligated to request the deletion. Step 3. Dealing with debt buyers and the validation method. If your debt has been sold to a collection agency, you have a unique advantage. These agencies often purchase thousands of accounts at once in massive digital spreadsheets. They rarely receive the original signed contract, the itemized statements, or the full payment history. Under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, you have the right to request debt validation. Within 30 days of a collector first contacting you, you can send a debt validation letter. You are essentially saying, "Prove I owe this, prove you have the legal right to collect it in my state, and show me the original contract." If the collection agency cannot produce these documents, which happens more often than you'd think, they cannot legally continue collection activities or report the debt to the bureaus. If they can't validate it, they must remove it. This is a crucial step for anyone dealing with older zombie debt that has been bounced around between different agencies. Step 4. Goodwill letters for paid charge-offs. What if you have already paid the charge-off? Perhaps you didn't know about pay-for-delete, and you just wanted to do the right thing and settle the balance. Now the account says paid charge-off. While this is slightly better than an unpaid charge-off, it still drags your score down significantly because the negative history remains. In this scenario, your best tool is a Goodwill letter. This is not a legal demand. It is a human-to-human request. You write to the creditor's executive office or customer service department. You take responsibility for the late payments, explain the circumstances, like a medical crisis or family emergency, and point out your subsequent track record of on-time payments. You ask them to adjust the reporting as a gesture of goodwill to help you move forward with your life. Perhaps because you are trying to buy a home or qualify for a car loan. While there is no legal requirement for them to say yes, creditors do have the power to delete these entries at their discretion. It costs you nothing but a postage stamp, and it works surprisingly often for people who have been consistent since their period of financial hardship. The long-term view. Rebuilding while you remove. While you are working the process of removing or correcting these marks, you cannot ignore the rest of your credit profile. Removing a negative is only half the battle. You must also build positive weight on the other side of the scale. If your credit is too damaged to get a standard credit card, look into a secured credit card or a credit builder loan. These are designed specifically for this phase of the journey. By maintaining a very low utilization rate, ideally under 10%, and never missing a payment, you are proving to the scoring models that your charge-off era is in the past. Remember, the goal is to create a trend of responsible behavior. Modern credit scoring models like FICO tend to now look at trended data, meaning they don't just look at where you are today, but whether your balances are growing or shrinking over time. Summary and action plan. Let's recap the blueprint we've discussed. Audit for accuracy. Pull your reports from all 3 bureaus and scrutinize every detail. Use the FCRA to dispute any data point that isn't 100% verifiable. Validate the debt. If a collection agency is involved, force them to prove they have the original documentation. If they can't, the entry must go. Negotiate pay for delete. For valid debts, leverage your payment as a bargaining chip to have the entire derogatory mark removed. Always get this agreement in writing. Send Goodwill letters. If the debt is already paid, appeal to the creditor's human side to have the mark removed based on your improved financial habits. Build new credit. Don't wait for the removals to start rebuilding. Use secured accounts to establish a fresh, positive payment history. Navigating the world of credit repair requires patience and persistence. You might get a no the first time you try, but the laws are on your side to ensure that your financial identity is represented accurately. Take it one letter at a time, keep meticulous records of your correspondence, and stay focused on the long-term goal. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We are dedicated to providing responsible, high-level credit education to help you master your finances. If you have a specific question about a charge-off you're dealing with, or if there's a financial topic you'd like us to cover next, let us know in the comments below. We read them all and use your feedback to shape our future deep dives. Financial disclaimer. The information provided in this video is for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute professional financial, legal, or investment advice. Credit laws vary by jurisdiction, and your individual financial situation is unique. Before making any major financial decisions or entering into legal agreements with creditors, it is recommended that you consult with a qualified financial advisor or legal professional. The creator of this content is not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided.